CSU Pueblo, we wrestled pretty well. I think we went 4-5 or 5-5. Got a forfeit there at 25s that really kind of pushed us over the edge to win there. Um, we didn't feel like we wrestled great there. We felt like we were going to have to wrestle a lot better against Mines the next night, and which I think we wrestled better against Mines. Just they put a pretty good team on the mat, and so with Mines, I mean you look at 3 matches that were real crucial. 25s losing, right there at the end of the match. I mean if we get that if we get 4 more seconds of a minute and a half, we win that match with riding time. Keeney gets down 6-1, 8-1 at the end of the first period at 133s and winds up losing 9-5. Give up big points there. Again, showing a little bit of our youth there, but we'll be all right. And then at 97s, a few things went on there. That 3 things went against Donnie, his own choices, our choice, and maybe a referee's choice in there. But that's the way it goes, and we got to bounce back. And they're definitely a strong team and have good depth, and we just got to keep working at it.
Looking at the duel on Thursday with San Francisco State, they have 3 ranked wrestlers in their lineup too, just like you've seen these last few weeks here with guys that are ranked in lineups. What do you know about San Francisco State?
Jason Welch is in his third year there, and he's done a great job. He's brought in, a transfer from Ohio, University of Ohio, and Ohio State, and he's doing a good job. He's recruiting some of the best kids in California right now, and so he's kind of changed that program around and doing a good job. They come in, they wrestle hard, and Jason's going to be a good coach. I mean, he's in his 3rd year, and I think he's going to do a good job for San Francisco. Got some good ranked kids there. The 157s. We wrestled him a couple times last year. Burr split with him. Wound up beating him at the regional tournament, and punching his ticket to go to the national tournament. So, anyway.
Questions?
Questions?
Yeah. Really, Troy's been the go-to the last 20 minutes, but yeah, we'll go. No, look, last weekend, tough losses, but you guys have been doing better at the 141s. Dylan's been doing pretty good. He had 2 wins last week, and then they got a good guy coming up. Actually, 149 too. They got a guy who's ranked as well. So.
Yeah, Daniel Van Hoos has wrestled well at 41 since we've put him there. He's 4-0, and I think the previous duels we were 0-6 at 141s, so making that change is going to be good. Dylan Fuchs at 49 struggled a little bit this last weekend. We're hopefully getting back on track, but he's got a tough kid this weekend with Butane from San Francisco, and Butane's solid. He's probably leading the region right now, and I think it'll be a good match for Dylan, and he's going to have a lot of good matches when you're a true freshman and getting right in the thick of things.
You said in the 2 meets that you had last week, some of your youthfulness was exposed. What exactly did you mean by that?
Well, Dylan Keeney is young. He goes out, he charges the Woods kid from Mines and gets, thrown to his back for 6 points. You shouldn't make that mistake. He did, and then we battle back and really wind up gassing the kid and out wrestling the next 2 periods. We wind up getting away, makes it 6-1, and then we get taken down again right at the end of the first period, so we're down 8-1. But just some of those things, with Dylan Fuchs as well, young, true freshman. 157s, we pulled Ranieri's red shirt, and so he's young, kind of the same mistake, but it's just the way it goes. It's all wrestling, and they've got to figure out a way, and they got thrown into the wolves, and that's what you got to do. You got to be able to adapt.
What are some of the positives and negatives you've taken away from the last 2 meets?
Last 2 meets, something that we've been focusing on a lot is tightening up the small things, and that's something I see as a positive. It is a negative that we can make up to be a positive, where the small thing, recently your wife came and made chicken noodle soup and saltine crackers and bread, and that was all about just getting the diet right before you wrestle. Between weigh-ins, you only have an hour to prepare your body and energize the right way. And that's just one of the small things that we've calculated and added into our program, and a lot of guys said it worked really well. So diet's one, the way we exercise, I'm starting to incorporate more cardio and starting to push harder when it comes to opening up my lungs in the third period. Just being very aware and then closing the distance.
You said a couple of those matches, getting down early in the first period, then losing by. You said that one match was 9-5 after being down. Was 8 to 1.
8-1, yeah.
8-1. What's necessarily, you mentioned like the cardio in the third period. Has this been an emphasis on the rest of the team moving forward? You know, last home meet coming up this Thursday. You got regionals and RMACs coming up. You know, what exactly has been the training regimen? Has there been any significant changes in what you guys have been doing moving forward?
Well, exactly where Fred's at, you know, we're trying to capitalize on some little things, you know, trying to do better there. And, you know, our philosophy is you got to do a lot of little things to make the big things happen. And, you know, I don't think we're pushing our conditioning totally to the hilt right now. I think, you know, our philosophy is everything's practiced till February, you know, till we get into the regional. RMAC would be a bonus if we could, you know, win the RMAC title, which Mines kind of put us out of that unless it winds up like last year in a split and they lose to somebody and we make a run and win out, which could happen. But still, that's what we're going to push for and try to win out in the RMAC and go from there. But yeah, I think we just keep capitalizing on a lot of little things and keep working our conditioning. Still, we don't want to overwork them right now and burn them out before the end of February. So, you know, last home meet, and then we've got a week off next week that we're going to really kind of hit a lot of fine tune a lot of things, hit some conditioning, kind of maybe burn them out a little next week, and then, you know, also getting them some rest. So I know that's kind of sounds, how do you do both, you know, but you can really, you know, give them some days off, but when you are practicing, you're going super hard. So it's more of a mental thing.
Fred, what is the mindset for you moving forward? Last leg of the season, got some big matches coming up for you. What are you done specifically and mentally moving forward?
Mentally, I'd say treat nothing special, but that makes everything special. Going into practice with a purpose, and that's what makes everything special. Nothing's going in and just trying to get the work over with and trying to survive. It's making every practice or every drill the most I can out of it. And making nothing special is not treating a certain match better or worth more than all the other ones. Because that's usually when people lose in the finals. That's whenever people blow Super Bowls. That's when they blow just about every big athletic event is they treat that last one as if it's something special and then they blow it. So I'd say consistency is key.
Fred's mindset, as you kind of hear in here, is, you know, he's a fifth-year senior, however you want to count it, 4.5-year senior. You know, and Fred's got a great mindset and been great for our youth. I mean, he's a transfer from Boise and had good coaching up there when he was up there, and you know, so his mindset, as you can tell, he's on track, and it's been great for our youth to get him back with us, or get him with us in the last week, you know, so he's doing a great job.
And then other positives, Nolan, who's been doing fantastic.
Yep.
He had two, I think he had a 15-1 win. Was it against Mines or against Pueblo?
Mines was 15-1, and I think it was 16-1 against CSU Pueblo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. He's wrestling well. You know, the Ventura kid from Mines actually beat Nolan last year in the duel. And then Nolan beat him at the regional tournament for 5th and 6th, I think. But, you know, so that was a good win for him. We really wanted to wrestle Salisbury, but that's who they gave us, and he went out and wrestled tough. You have any questions? You sure? You got them having your notes?
No, I don't have any notes. Not today.
We got one last question for you guys.
Okay.
Question of the week.
Oh, Lord. I'll let you answer first this time.
Did you get in trouble
No.
this last week? Okay,
Nope.
that's good.
Nope.
Made
I
sure
was-
she didn't see it.
Yep, I didn't let her come to town this week.
What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
The worst movie?
Mm-hmm.
The worst movie I've ever seen? Any romantic movie that sets unrealistic expectations. Just anything in that category, I'll capitalize on that.
Any rom-com.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're not a big fan of The Bachelor.
The what?
Yeah. Never mind. I don't know that show.
What's that movie that clanks, those cars clank and they fold up and do it? Transformers?
Transformers?
Yeah, that's gotta be the worst
Wow.
movie I've ever seen. Those are
Like,
horrible.
all of them?
All of them.
Oh.
They play them on the bus, and all I hear for 2 hours is clanking. Clank, clank, clank. They're all bad.
It's the first time I've ever heard Transformers be described as the cars that clank.
Really? All it is just clunk, 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 clunk. And it's right in that speaker, right in my ear.
I got that. That
Yep.
was good how he did that too. That's gonna